Hello, this is the National News Bulletin on Star TV. I am Warabai Kamara. First, the headlines. The National Telecommunications Commission, NATCOM, has on Wednesday, 31st of July 2019, commenced a three-day Commonwealth ICT Forum on the theme Broadband for Inclusive Digital Transformation at the Bintumani Conference Hall in Freetown.
They link rural healthcare to providers. They link rural healthcare providers to leading medical centers and local law enforcement to national information grids.
The Minister of Works and Public Assets, Peter Bayokult Conte, will make a temporary commissioning of the Atlantic Juba Bridge, which was under construction by one of Sierra Leone's indigenous companies.
And when it would have been completed, we would then invite His Excellency the President to come and open it officially.
Legal Aid Board Sierra Leone has organized a day consultative meeting at the Atlantic Hall in Freetown with different stakeholders representing different organizations aimed at reducing lawlessness and promote access to justice in the country.
So they get too many people who are coming for services. We want to lower this number. We want that make people embark on this for make sure say people obey the law.
In sport, as part of the preparation for the 2019 All-African Games to be hosted in Morocco, Sierra Leone Boxing Association called for more support from the Sports Ministry and the National Olympic Committee for the competing athletes in this year's event.
If you find out and they follow with preparation, it's somehow different from the previous one that we've done the afternoon.
And those were the headlines, and now for the news in detail. The National Telecommunications Commission, NATCOM, has on Wednesday, 31st of July 2019, commenced a three-day Commonwealth ICT Forum on the theme Broadband for Inclusive Digital Transformation at the Bintumani Conference Hall in Freetown. Sienna Wright has more in our report.
Minister of Information and Communications Mohamed Rahman Soare, whilst officially opening the three-day conference on ICT Forum 19, noted that the transformational impact of broadband on people's life is no longer questionable, though there are challenges relating to access gaps and infrastructure, but maintained that these challenges would be successfully addressed given the timeliness of the ICT Forum in building the broadband strategy for the future.
They can ensure that our schools in remote regions and inner cities have access to the latest information tools. They link rural healthcare to providers. They link rural healthcare providers to leading medical centers and local law enforcement to national information grids. Individuals and local businesses can go global in search of low-cost, quality vendors, and web-based tools can increase community involvement. By boosting the economic and social well-being of communities, broadband can reduce the incentives for their young people to move away in search of opportunities, in debilitating circumstances, and a better quality of life, but only if communities know how to put that to effective use. Madam Acting Secretary General, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, broadband at the 21st century, what electricity was, so the industrial age, having transformative effect on how people live, work, and do business, empowering individuals with previously unimaginable capacities and global reach. By redefining the way in which industries, individuals, institutions, and governments all interact, broadband holds unique promise to create a more inclusive, innovative, and resilient society. To create a more inclusive and innovative society and enjoy the transformative benefits of having broadband available to all are clear, include improved learning, increased job creation, better community and civic engagement, improved trade and commerce, improve government services, facilitate social interactions, increase access to improved agriculture, health, by otherwise undeserved communities with an overall impact of gross domestic products.
The Minister of Information and Communication noted that Sierra Leone's digital transformative agenda and how President Julius Maada Bio has prioritized human capital development as his flagship program, and cited the free quality education for pre-primary, primary, junior and senior secondary schools, with a 21% of the national budget allocated to education. The three-day Commonwealth ICT Forum conference on the theme Broadband for Inclusive Digital Transformation will inform the future of the internet connectivity within Commonwealth countries, improving accessibility and enhance affordability. For Star News in Freetown, Sienna Wright reporting.
And now, the Minister of Works and Public Assets, Peter Bayoko Conte, will make a temporary commissioning of the Atlantic Juba Bridge, which was under construction by one of Sierra Leone's indigenous company, Seacon Construction, to vehicular and pedestrian on Thursday, 1st August 2019. George Elliott Sam reports.
The Minister of Works and Public Assets, Peter Balogun Conte, will make a temporary commissioning of the Atlantic Juba Bridge, which was under construction by one of Sierra Leone's indigenous companies, Seacon Construction, to vehicular and pedestrians, on Thursday, the 1st of August 2019. Peter Balogun Conte, Minister of Works and Public Assets, made a disclosure during an on-site visit on the construction work at Juba and commended Seacon Construction Company for their timely delivery on the job.
Yes, I am here this morning together with the senior officials of the Minister of Works, SLRA and the Seacon Company. We are here to inspect this road because it is clear now that it is motorable. So we came here this morning to see if it is really motorable, so that tentatively we can open it to the public. And when it would have been completed, we would then invite His Excellency the President to come and open it officially. Well, from what the engineers have said, I think this road has been constructed with quality and with value for money. So we are impressed. We are impressed with the Seacom, and therefore I think we need to thank them for the job that they have done. Also because this is a local company, and as a government, this is what we want to see, to encourage and to promote. And I can assure Seacom that, like the other local companies, that is what we will do, going forward. Tentatively, it will be opened on the 1st of August, which is on Thursday. But officially, we will communicate to the public when it will be opened by His Excellency the President.
The Chief Executive Officer of Seacon, Saint Papa Chineka, said the company is fully Sierra Leonean owned, that was established in 2015 to undertake civil and other engineering works across the country. And the Atlantic Juba Bridge is a test case for them to show the nation that a local company can also undertake complex civil engineering work. He commended the government of Sierra Leone through the Ministry of Works for entrusting confidence in his company and committed his company's support to the building the infrastructure of the country.
I'm very proud for being a Sierra Leonean, and I'm proud for Leka being a Sierra Leonean and also for do Sierra Leonean job. We want to prove to the general public that Sierra Leoneans can do jobs. As you said, don't see the bridge, we started this bridge some couple of months last year, and we complete the bridge in April on the first target date. We complete the bridge, but apparently you see it as a standard job we don't do. Well, the road will try to open, based on what the minister say and SLRA, because at the end are the custodian of roads at this country. Now then go determine when they want to let people use the road, but we don't do the road. Other jobs, then we can do the remedial job, then for do beautification of the road, like asking for put street lights, that we can do later. But now we don't do the actual roadway the road users can use now. It's a very big challenge because roads are for use, not for road users in Canton and Garage. So apparently now that's the Director General, they try to discourage that let we try to use the road, so at least they not turn the road garage. Apparently yes, because this bridge will be now a very challenging. Ubila na a creek and we therefore get specific knowledge for let you work na this kind of terrain. Yes, na a very eye-opener for we Sierra Leonean engineers in general that they can do the job.
The 94.2 meter long bridge and 2 kilometer road walk will temporarily open to both vehicular and pedestrians traffic on Thursday, the 1st of August 2019. For Star News in Freetown, I am George Elliott Sam reporting.
You're still watching the National News Bulletin on Star TV. Legal Aid Board Sierra Leone has organized a day consultative meeting at the Atlantic Hall in Freetown with different stakeholders representing different organizations aimed at reducing lawlessness and promote access to justice in the country. Andrew Bestman reports.
Speaking at the stakeholders meeting, the Executive Director, Legal Aid Board Sierra Leone, Fatimata Clara Carlton Ansels, said the meeting is aimed at strategizing ways to reduce lawlessness and to also promote peace and tranquility in the country. The meeting is a prelude on the Peace Festival concert that will soon to be held that will promote national cohesion and leveraging access to justice.
They know they do what they're supposed to do. They know they respect each other. Some man they take that thing. Some all kind of people. But we as a legal aid, we get no similar mandate. And it impacts work too much. So they get too many people who are coming for services. We want to lower this number. We want that make people embark on this kind of reform. Make sure say people in the obey the law. They reduce all them lawlessness and indisciplineness. Okay, so today we're in a stadium, hostel, and this is a one-day consultative meeting.
The project manager of Youth Empowerment Program in the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Joseph Badalai, underscored the importance of the meeting and explained the role youth in getting the objective of the peace concert.
Because it's the way they grab, this is the habit we therefore inculcate. So it starts right from the home. When I train a qualified teacher, I know child psychology, USA it starts. It starts right from the home. Ladies and gentlemen, let we practice and instill good discipline and we begin them. Lawlessness has to talk about because it's so many. If the youth sector say we talk about lawlessness, we go sleep here. But let me move a little bit.
In an interview with the Executive Director of Youth Arise for Rural Development, Empowerment and Peace Building in the Western Area Rural District, Adams Kamara, and the President of All Stars, Milton Coker, fondly called Collabo, both commended Legal Aid Board Sierra Leone for organizing a consultative meeting, which, according to them, will create the platform for peace and cohesion building.
Very important because I'm in the area of addressing lawlessness in this country and also for promote access to justice for all. I think say a concerted effort. So today, as Legal Aid organize this consultative meeting, we don't bring all partners. A very, very important and a very key towards that direction for address lawlessness and promoting access to justice. You know, because if we will not come together as partners, and let we understand ourselves, what are some of the obstacles, what are some of the challenges in addressing lawlessness, and also for promote access to justice, I think say that one day we don't miss the target.
Basically, the whole meeting intends on how cable for drive out lawlessness, how cable quell lawlessness, how cable make let people understand say for let this country go before now we'll stay out of lawlessness. We want to let this country be peaceful. We don't get a fragile peace. We want for sustain and maintain that particular peace day. So we believe say we the entertainment industry get a very significant role for play since everybody able for listen to it. So Drenam with Legal Aid Board for law come we commit this particular event here winner a festival on that day to the entire country.
Legal Aid Board, since its establishment, have undertaken community sensitization drive in harnessing the peace and cohesion in the country through the engagement of cliques and gangs in mitigating the effect of lawlessness among young people. Andrew Bestman reports.
And in sports, as part of the preparation of the 2019 All-African Games to be hosted in Morocco, Sierra Leone Boxing Association called for more support from the ministry and the National Olympic Committee for the competing athlete in this year's event. Let's join our sports correspondent Ilton John for some sporting updates.
Hello everyone, welcome for today's sporting news. We start to look at scene ahead of the 2019 All-African Games to be hosted in Morocco. The Sierra Leone Boxing Association is in preparation to see how best to be the better athlete or the better sports and discipline or produce the better athlete as they be representing the country as a whole. According to the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Boxing Association, Alhaji Komba, he said they need more support from the government of Sierra Leone and also to the Ministry of Sport. It could be recalled that they have coaches who came from Kiba to see how to increase on the knowledge of the athletes. Alhaji Komba explained more about the latest preparation with the point of boxing association among one of the sports and discipline that will be representing the country in this year's All-African Games to be hosted in Morocco.
The Sierra Leone Boxing Association, they prepare well as far as the preparation for the All-African Games in Morocco concerned. If you find out and they follow with preparation, it's somehow different from the previous one that we done the happen. For the very first time, we get two Cuban coaches who don't come for over 6 months now. They with the boys and the girls, then they prepare them because this time around have 5 athletes, then 3 male and 2 female, and one of the athletes when I did that presently the inside UK in a training camp from Toronto, Canada, where we all the meet now Morocco inside Rabat. And also we don't get a refurbished gym with new boxing ring where they prepare. We also been stretched out for Gideon about them international experience. Also we get other international competition where we organized just a couple of months ago just for getting that exposure. So you find out say the determination, the spirit, the day up, and with the facilitation of the Ministry of Sport and that of the National Olympic Committee, we believe that this time around we will go for good compete and not just for good participate.
And the statement is the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Boxing Association, Alhaji Komba, talking about the preparation of the boxing team. In the international scene, Tottenham Football Club secured 1-0 victory against Real Madrid in the Orange Cup. Despite we saw a lot of good performance from Real Madrid, but they were unable to get back to the game. They were defeated 1-0. Here is the highlights of the match.
Попала группа ACDC и получил сейчас Кейн выходит 1-1, 1-0. 1-0,
и вот все вот эти привы за ошибки мадридские в конце концов должны были привести к голу забитому. Харри Кейн вообще не радуется, очень четко он реализовал выход 1-1. Ну и давайте разберем, скажем так, определимся с природой этой ошибки. Марсело как главный виновник. Ну и отличная работа Кейна. Минимум касаний. Еще раз. Вот передача. Началось все вот с этой передачи. Сыграть иначе. Зинедин Зидан. Да, Миша уже... Да, потому что обычно дает гораздо больше.
Ну, ты говорил о том, что сезон провел Реал очень...
Good performance coming up there from Tottenham Hotspurs. Defeated Real Madrid 1-0. More news also about Tottenham Football Club. According to Mario Pochettino, who is the head coach of the club, he has said that he's not in charge of transfers of players, neither signing players. He said the club needs to change his position from manager to a coach. Janet Calon tells us more.
Mauricio Pochettino says he's not in charge of transfers at Tottenham and believes his job title should be changed from manager to coach. The Argentine made the comments after Spurs' 1-0 Audi Cup win over Real Madrid in Munich on Tuesday. Earlier this month, Spurs broke their transfer record to sign Lyon midfielder Tanguy Ndombele, the club's second signing since January 2018. I know nothing about the situation of my players, said Pochettino. For Star TV Sport in Freetown, I'm Janet Calon reporting.
Thanks to Janet for that report. Very interesting from the manager of Tottenham Hotspurs, saying that he's not in charge of signing players. That's all for sport.
Thank you very much, Hilton John, for that sporting update. And that's all in the National News Bulletin on Star TV, Channel 21. I am Warabai Kamara, and do stay with us for the best in broadcast.